Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you clicked on this video, that means that you, along with everybody else, want to know the top 10 cookies in Cookie Run Kingdom right now that is worth investing in. So we're going to cover that in today's video. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Diving right in, ladies and gentlemen. So starting off the video here, the very first cookie that I think deserves to be in the top 10, and that's going to be none other than Holly Berry. This list is not going to be exclusive just to epic cookies, because let's be honest, guys, the ancients and the legendary cookies are insanely OP and better than most epic cookies out there. With that being said here, Holly Berry is going to be the ancient best tank in the game for most content across the board. Guys, literally the only time that she can be swapped out for somebody like Dark Choco is going to be in a guild boss or a boss system in something like the World Exploration. Outside of that, Holly Berry is number one when it comes to the tanking in the game. Obviously, when it comes to overall topping sets on Holly Berry, you're going to want to run a full solid almond set, stacking as much damage resistance as you possibly can. Definitely be utilizing a Holly Berry if you got one. And then moving right along here to the second cookie we've got for you guys today, and that's going to be none other than Sea Fairy. Once again, it's going to be a legendary cookie. Guys, you can't argue with that. Literally doing a mega ton of AoE damage. As far as toppings go here for Sea Fairy, I mean, you could argue two different ways, but most of the time, I'm going to say outside of the arena, you can run a full Searing Raspberry set. You don't need to be worried about any certain substats. Naturally, some damage resistance will help out, but you literally just want her to do as much damage as possible outside of the arena. Now, when it comes to the overall arena for Sea Fairy, then naturally, yes, you want to drop down to 3 Searing Raspberry and then something like 2 Swift Chocolates to just make sure that you can give enough cooldown on her skill to make sure that when she does pop off in the arena, she's going to be going underneath that 4-second mark. Again, you want to make sure your Sea Fairy's going first in the arena, so therefore you get that stun. Outside of that, though, absolutely run a full Searing Raspberry set to do maximum damage. And then as far as overall the third cookie we've got here for you guys today, and that's going to bring us into Frost Queen Cookie. Once again, you probably guessed it here for this one because she is going to be another legendary. Guys, you just can't argue the legendaries are broken and do a ton of damage. So with that being said, running Frost Queen here, pretty much going to be running on a full Searing Raspberry set. Once again, one could argue running a mix set. It's really going to depend on whatever you currently are running in things like the overall arena. If you are pairing Frost Queen with somebody like Sea Fairy or Eclair, then you might need to utilize a little bit of cooldown to specifically time out her skill to make sure they're not overlapping with something like Sea Fairy's stun. You want to make sure you are utilizing the freeze to its maximum potential, so naturally focus on some cooldown, whether you're running a full Searing Raspberry set or you run the mix set. Alrighty, now officially moving on to the fourth cookie we've got on this list. We're almost done. That's going to be Sorbet Shark, guys. Sorbet Shark is a very good DPS unit. It's an ambush cookie, so it naturally has a high amount of attack percent, but outside of that, really good for PvE and PvP content. So across the board, you're investing in one cookie that legitimately takes only a certain amount of experience jellies that you could utilize in both types of content, pretty much any content in the game. It's a no-brainer. And then as far as toppings go, obviously running a full Searing Raspberry set just like you typically would on any ambush cookie to maximize its damage, obviously focusing in on whatever substats you find important according to whatever content you're going up against. And then officially diving in here to the fifth cookie we've got for you guys, and that's going to bring us just down the list in order, but that's going to be the brand new Eclair cookie. Guys, he is absolutely broken. It says support unit, but we all know he ain't a support unit, guys. He is literally an OP DPS unit that is disguised as a support unit. With that being said, if you got yourself an Eclair or you do not have one, you better pick up one right now before his banner goes away, because you would miss out on that rate up. But nevertheless, absolutely broken. Guys, literally is great for every single type of content, very similar to somebody like Sorbet Shark. And when it comes to overall toppings to utilize on Eclair, just running a full Searing Raspberry set. Now, just to make a quick claim here, when it comes to running a full Searing Raspberry set on Eclair, especially in something like the Guild Boss Battle, you do have to focus on a certain percentage, and that's going to be a 6% cooldown. 6%, 6.3, something like that. Just go close as you can to get to 7%. At the end of the day, that's what you need for Guild Boss Battle, and it works wonderfully in the other types of content like the arena. And then officially diving in here to the sixth cookie we've got for you guys on this top 10 list, that's going to bring us to Pumpkin Pie Cookie. Do not feel bad about investing in a pumpkin pie. Guys, Pon is absolutely broken, very, very good, and a lot of people are starting to see more and more pumpkin pies in the overall arena, especially with new cookies like Eclair, Cotton, and then also going to be something like Cocoa Cookies. So again, very, very good one. As far as overall substats go, I would run a full solid almond set because you legitimately want Pon to stay alive as long as possible. You don't really need to worry about cooldown because again, Pon is going to be alive pretty much until the cooldown is available to summon him once again. So therefore, you don't really need to run Swift. And then officially diving in here to the 7th cookie we've got on this top 10 list. That's going to bring us to Dark Choco. Guys, we've had a ton of conversations about Dark Choco. The defense break that is being applied is absolutely busted, guys. Since it's ever dropped in the game, he's literally become a staple in most boss teams. Any boss or counter that you're going up against that is a single target and even sometimes a multiple target, you can definitely utilize and benefit from utilizing a DC. Dude, his defense break is huge. It allows your cookies and your team to do a maximum amount of damage. And then as far as overall toppings go for DC, guys, I would argue 2 different builds. You've got a full Searing Raspberry build, which again is very, very niche for the guild boss battle. Outside of that, any other content you're utilizing DC in, definitely running a full solid almond set, focusing on damage resistance is going to be key here to make sure that he can stay alive because he is a charge cookie in the front line, taking a ton of damage. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, diving in here to the 8th cookie we've got on this list, that's going to be none other than Cotton Cookie. Once again, a broken support unit. I mean, officially call it what it is, right? I mean, Dev Sisters just like to take support units and turn them into massive DPS units or utility cookies that literally just break the entire meta. But nevertheless, we love them. We absolutely love them. Cotton is a must for every single account. If I was going to be re-rolling today, I would absolutely be going for a Cotton Cookie. Outside of Cotton Cookie providing healing, a bonus for your individual minions as well to soak up and do damage, literally a stun, literally everything. When it comes to toppings of choice, you've got a couple different builds. In the guild boss battle, running a full Swift chocolate set is going to be ideal here because again, you're trying to maximize out on that 24% cooldown for the Eclair, guild boss team. However, outside of that, though, I would argue running either a mix set or a full damage resistance set with an emphasis on cooldown and attack substats, again, just to try to make sure that Kant stays alive the longest and utilizes her skill as often as possible. And then officially diving in here to the 9th cookie we've got, I actually missed him at the very, very top for whatever reason, but that's going to be Pure Vanilla Cookie. Guys, again, he's going to be an ancient cookie. Don't sleep on the ancients or legendaries in this game. They are what they are for a reason. With that being said, though, running a Pure Vanilla Cookie is going to be very beneficial on several stages in world exploration, and not only that, even in the arena, yes, you can still potentially utilize a Pure Vanilla. As far as the overall toppings go, once again, there are 2 different builds in my opinion. I think if you're running anything outside of the arena, then running a full Swift chocolate set, focusing on as much damage resistant substats as you possibly can get, that's going to be the best way to go. That's going to allow you to utilize Pure Vanilla's skill as often as possible. However, the second build is going to be when you dive into the arena, swapping out Swift for a full solid almond set to just stack up as much damage resistance as you can to make sure that you keep Pure Vanilla alive, and especially going up against new compositions with something like Eclair Cookie, you're going to need him to stay alive. And then finally diving in here to our 10th and final cookie to make our top 5 cookies overall in Cookie Run Kingdom, and that's going to be none other than Cocoa Cookie. Cocoa legitimately is being utilized almost everywhere in the game. I would say predominantly in arena more right now, but even in the overall world exploration, she's a very, very good addition because not only is she a front-end tank that prevents your cookies from being stunned, which again comes in handy in world exploration and arena, she also provides a amount of healing on top of whatever healer you are currently running, and she pairs pretty much well with any team composition outside of something like the Scam Comp. And with that being said, diving into the toppings of choice, I would honestly argue to run a full Swift chocolate set is going to be just the best overall. Again, trying to focus on as much damage resistance as you can via those substats because you want to make sure you are utilizing Coco's skill as often as possible, not only to prevent all of your rest of your teammates from getting stunned, but also to take advantage of the little extra healing that she is providing. And that's going to be wrapping up today's video. As always, if you like what you see here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We cover anything and everything everything Cookie Run Kingdom. If you are looking for a awesome community, join our Discord. The link's provided down below in the description. We would love to have you over there. We've got 6,000 members, and it's constantly growing with more and more activity. As always, if you have not checked out my most recent video, you can check it out right here on the screen. And with that being said, as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.